So, tropical plants have been crazy as far as how much they've grown, and people are using them around pools and around patios and on decks, and it's a great choice. But again, mandevilla, tropical hibiscus, citrus, and that they'll make your place feel like a paradise, but they're going to need care. You need to really transplant those plants into a larger pot when you get them. Most of them are grown as a commodity, and what that means is that, grow them as fast as you can, do whatever you can to make them get to size and then get them out the door. So it's as much as a plant factory as there can be. So you got to make sure if they're pot bound, you have to transplant them into a larger pot. And again, like we said in the last segment, use new potting soil and your plants will do better. If you're trying to get by with that old potting soil that was in the pot from last year, don't do it. Okay, just don't do it. Your plants will be better with fresh potting soil. And they get insects and disease. Keep an eye on yellowing leaves, spotted leaves. Make sure if you pick them up, they're underneath it. Pick them up. Don't just leave them there, and take them out of the pot and put them in the trash as soon as possible, because that disease can spread like wildfire. And all of a sudden it goes from one to another because the spores will release and then they'll go to the other plant. So make sure you're getting that into the trash. For non-fruiting tropicals, use a systemic insect and disease control, the same kind of thing that you would use for roses. And again, don't wait too long before the complete plant becomes stressed. Because like we say all the time, a stressed plant is a magnet for disease and insect. Use a granular rose insect and disease control with fertilizer, and that we have one here, Bio Advanced, all-in-one rose care. It would be perfect. And again, this is for non-edible plants. Okay. And that you put it in right away. And again, how do they say? An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And you're going to water every 2 weeks with a water-soluble fertilizer. The tropicals are pigs. I mean, they like to get fed a lot. And you're going to use like a 20-20-20 from Jack's Classic. You could use Bloom Booster, or you could even use the petunia feed we spoke about in the previous segment. It will make your plants thrive and look like that Amazonian paradise that you're trying to get to. For citrus and edibles, you want to use organic insect and disease control. Fertilome's triple action, you've heard it enough on this show, that will do the job. It just needs to be applied weekly because being organic, it breaks down in sunlight, so it doesn't last as long as a chemical or non-organic insect or disease control. Biggest thing, what do I do with them at the end of the season? If you would like a plant project, you can bring it in the house. It's all going to turn yellow. It's going to drop leaves everywhere. It's going to be a mess. You could be bringing in like spiders and other insects that have decided to live on or in the plant soil. Honestly, they're plants, not puppies. Go ahead, let the frost take them, then throw them in the trash. And replace them next year. What, $30? You get, if you want them in your house for 7 months just looking ugly, you can do it. And some people want that challenge. And by all means, go ahead. But you're going to make sure that you're going to spray them before you bring them in the house, and you've got to take care of them while they're in the house, and then they acclimate to the amount of sunlight you get in the house, and it naturally is less light because the way that it is because of the time of the year. For $30, I don't think it's worth the trouble. So decide on that. You can decide when we get closer to fall. But you got to make sure they're taken care of. They need to be fed, they need to be sprayed, and it's just something that needs to be done in order for them to stay nice and healthy. If you've got questions about caring for tropicals, whether it's while they're outside during the summer or inside, just give us a call on the Bloomers in the Garden hotline. That's 609-685-1888.